What is true happiness? Is it wealth, status, or the pursuit of pleasure? Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, saw things differently. He believed that real happiness does not come from external success, but from inner peace, virtue, and mastery over one's mind. In a world full of chaos, distractions, and fleeting desires, the key to lasting fulfillment lies in how we think, act, and respond to life's challenges. True happiness is not about controlling the outside world. It is about aligning your soul with wisdom, courage, and self-discipline. Join us as we uncover the timeless wisdom of Marcus Aurelius and explore how you can cultivate genuine happiness from within. If you seek clarity, purpose, and a philosophy to guide you through life, then subscribe to Stoic Sage Wisdom and begin your journey toward true fulfillment. Secret 1. Master your perception. Marcus Aurelius taught that happiness is not determined by external events, but by how we interpret them. Life is full of challenges, setbacks, and uncertainties, yet none of these have the power to disturb us unless we allow them to. The mind is the filter through which we experience the world, and by mastering our perception, we gain control over our emotions and reactions. It is not what happens to us that defines our happiness, but how we choose to see it. He wrote, "If you are distressed by anything external, it is not the thing itself that troubles you, but your judgment about it." This means that suffering is often self-inflicted, not by events themselves, but by the way we perceive them. Imagine two people facing the same hardship. One crumbles under pressure, while the other remains calm and composed. The difference is not in the event itself, but in their mindset. A Stoic understands that every obstacle is an opportunity to practice resilience and wisdom. Instead of reacting with frustration or despair, they ask, "What can I learn from this? How can I respond with strength?" To apply this principle, train yourself to challenge negative interpretations. When faced with a difficulty, pause and question your initial reaction. Are you assuming the worst? Are you letting emotions cloud your judgment? Shift your focus from "Why is this happening to me?" to "How can I use this to grow?" The more you practice reframing situations with a clear and rational mind, the more power you gain over your own happiness. Another key practice is detachment from external validation. Most people tie their happiness to external approval, praise, recognition, or the opinions of others. But Marcus Aurelius reminds us that this is a dangerous illusion. If your happiness depends on something outside of your control, you will always be at the mercy of circumstances. Instead, focus on living virtuously, acting with integrity, and staying true to your principles. When you master your perception, you free yourself from unnecessary suffering and unlock a deeper, unshakable happiness. One that is not dependent on the outside world, but firmly rooted within. Secret 2. Live in alignment with virtue. Marcus Aurelius believed that true happiness is found in living a life of virtue, not in wealth, pleasure, or external success. The pursuit of temporary pleasures may bring short-lived joy, but it does not lead to deep fulfillment. Instead, lasting happiness comes from acting with wisdom, courage, justice, and self-discipline. When you align your actions with these principles, you create an unshakable foundation for a meaningful life. He wrote, "A man's worth is no greater than the worth of his ambitions." If your ambitions are rooted in selfish desires, chasing approval, status, or material gain, you will always feel empty. But if you set your sights on becoming a better, wiser, and more virtuous person, you will experience true contentment. Happiness is not something you chase. It is something you cultivate by the way you live each day. To apply this principle, begin by examining your daily choices. Ask yourself, am I acting in alignment with my highest values? Are your decisions guided by integrity, or are they influenced by fear, greed, or ego? When faced with difficult situations, choose courage over comfort, honesty over deception, and discipline over indulgence. The path of virtue is not always easy, but it is the only path that leads to lasting peace. Another key practice is self-reflection. At the end of each day, take a moment to review your actions. Did you live up to your principles? Did you treat others with kindness and fairness? Marcus Aurelius himself practiced this form of reflection, constantly refining his character. Happiness is not found in what you own or how others see you. It is found in the quiet confidence of knowing that you are living rightly. Align your actions with virtue, and you will find that true happiness is not an achievement. It is a way of being. Secret 3. Embrace the present moment. One of the greatest obstacles to true happiness is the mind's tendency to dwell on the past or worry about the future. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that the present moment is all we ever truly own, and learning to embrace it fully is the key to lasting peace. Regret over what has already happened and anxiety over what may come are distractions that rob us of the only time we have, now. The more we anchor ourselves in the present, the more we free ourselves from unnecessary suffering. He wrote, "Do not let your thoughts dwell on what you lack, but rather on what you have." This wisdom teaches us that happiness is not found in chasing more, but in appreciating what is already within our grasp. Many people believe that they will be happy once they reach a certain goal, once they earn more money, find the perfect partner, or achieve success. But Marcus Aurelius understood that happiness does not exist in some distant future. It is a state of mind available in every moment. If you cannot be content with what you have now, no amount of success will ever be enough. True joy comes from being fully present, accepting life as it is, and making the most of each passing moment. To apply this principle, practice mindfulness in your daily life. When you eat, focus on the taste of your food. When you work, give your full attention to the task at hand. When you spend time with loved ones, be present with them instead of being lost in thoughts or distractions. The more you engage with life as it unfolds, the more you will realize that happiness is not something to be found. It is something to be experienced in the now. Another essential practice is letting go of control. Marcus Aurelius taught that most of our suffering comes from resisting reality, wishing things were different rather than accepting them as they are. Instead of fighting against the inevitable, embrace what you cannot change. If you make peace with the present moment, you free yourself from frustration and disappointment. This is not passive resignation, but a powerful shift in perspective, choosing to focus on what is within your control and releasing what is not. Ultimately, happiness is not a destination, but a way of being. It is not something to be earned in the future, but something to be cultivated right now. If you can master your mind, align your actions with virtue, and embrace the present, you will unlock the secret to true fulfillment. If you found value in these teachings and wish to continue your journey of wisdom and self-mastery, subscribe to Stoic Sage Wisdom. Let the timeless insights of Marcus Aurelius guide you toward a life of clarity, strength, and true happiness.